Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire. Back to more boxing. Now, Adrien Broner has some interesting comments recently he made on Snapchat. He said, 140 is mine, niggas can't fuck with me. And this is, it was an interview by FightHype.com, and they actually talked about how Broner was going to fight Mikey Garcia for the summertime. Now, this fight is a big fight at 140, in the 140 division. They talk about Broner still being able to make the weight, and he said he can make the weight. He said he was actually walking around 150, so that was pretty impressive from Broner. You know, he's staying more in shape than he used to be. He said he used to walk around 180, you know, trying to get down to those lower weight classes. He said this time he's way more in shape, so he can do it. So I was pretty impressed. But anyway, Broner called out. He basically said, by saying 140 is mine, niggas can't fuck with me, he basically shitted on Terrance Crawford and Julius Ndingo. Now, if you guys didn't know, Broner is not a champion at 140. He doesn't have any belts, right? He's a non-title holder fighting Mikey Garcia, a 135 fighter moving to 140, and I think this fight would do bigger numbers than the Julius Ndingo versus Terrance Crawford fight. There's no doubt about it. You know, Broner has, whether you like him or hate him, he has a selling factor about him that other fighters just don't have. You know, this is a big deal, man. If Broner does bigger numbers in this fight, there's no more bigger fights than unification fights. You know, we don't know if the IBF will strip Julius Ndingo for a title, but if he fights Terrance Crawford and all 4 titles on the line, and Terrance Crawford gets all the titles, and he still does less than Adrien Broner, that shows you the star power of Adrien, the problem Broner. He's a problem, man. I mean, he can fight anyone, and it will do big numbers. I mean, granted, Mikey Garcia is a big name, but Julius Ndingo's he's in the UK right now. And in my opinion, Terrance Crawford, if he wants to make the most money, he should go to the UK. If he really wants to make a lot of money. So, yeah, man, I think Broner, he's a force to be reckoned with, man. You know, he can fight anyone, and he'll still do bigger numbers. In my opinion, he's the biggest name at 140. Even if you're more accomplished, you're not doing bigger numbers than Broner. You know, say what you want about him, but there's something about his character it's easy to see. He's himself. You can tell when in his interviews, he's him. You know, there's a relatability with Broner you don't get with other fighters, whether you like it or hate it. You know, other fighters like Terrance Crawford, he's a good guy, but I feel like there's a whole he's putting on like a mask. You know what I mean? You really don't know who he is, really. I don't connect with him too much. You know, you don't know who he really is. You know, he plays nice guy on the promotions, but, you know, outside of boxing, he has a rough lifestyle, and he's still continuing to do things like, you know, get his car worked in and stealing it from shops. And, he got charged with that, and he had to pay a fine for that. So he's doing things outside the ring, just like Broner. He's not himself in the interviews. You know, he's playing a role. So, you know, that's one thing Broner has over all these fighters right now. You know, he has a point. No one's really messing with him. 140, he could fight nobody, and it will do big numbers. So, I mean, unification is the biggest fight that can be made at 140, and Broner still, with no title, fighting a guy who's never fought at 140 would do bigger numbers in Mikey Garcia. So let me know how you guys feel. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.